Hello, Debra K. Welcome to Entrepreneur Talks podcast, run by Women Flix. I'm so excited to have you here today with me.
And I am uber excited to spend my morning with you.
Oh,
More like afternoon for you, morning for me.
fabulous, fabulous. Tell me where you're talking from because it's morning there, afternoon for me.
Yes, I am calling you from South Florida. So I'm in between Fort Lauderdale and Palm Beach, which is, if this is the Florida tip, I'm like right there.
So you are on the seaside, right?
Yes, I
Ah,
actually I live a mile from the beach, and when the world shut down, that really became my saving grace, is being able to walk and see the water, 5 times a week.
right.
So
Oh, that's beautiful, amazing, amazing. Perfect.
exactly.
Thank you. So let's go and start the journey about this. Start your session and tell me about who is Deborah K. And like short
Yeah,
version.
I know. That's such a hard question to answer. Who am I? I mean, I'm a grandma, I'm a mom, I'm, all these things, but based on, your topic to really business and entrepreneurs and all of that, I am what I would call a corporate executive burnout who got clear on my passion, took a big leap, and decided to dedicate, since 2007, all my energy into bringing my dreams and passion and trying to make a difference in the world.
Wow. Ah. Oh wow. I love it. And what made you start this passion like 2007? Why 2007 and no 2017 or before?
Right. Yeah. Well, in hindsight, it's so funny because, where we're at today, we can look backwards and things are clearer to us. We don't necessarily see it in the moment. So there were a couple really critical moments in my corporate sort of business career. And one of them was when I literally face planted into a doctor's office. I was working so hard. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't taking care of myself. And, I was making headway at work, but the cost literally was my health was declining.
Wow.
And so when I landed in the doctor's office, I'm sitting there and saying, I can't sleep, I have heartburn, I have, I feel stressed out, all of these kind of minor complaints, but they were definitely adding up. And instead of talking about lifestyle and, the choices and kind of fitness and nutrition and all these things that really could help somebody, he handed me a bunch of prescriptions and said, here you go. And so I literally felt, like I had been punched, and all I could imagine was all the people who were just like me marching into the doctor's office and then marching to the pharmacy. And, I always tell people I am not anti-pharmaceutical. I've taken prescriptions when I have to, and I've had surgery when I've had to, but there's just so many other ways to be well and to evolve as a human being versus a quick solution or a quick pill. So that really was the first seed. And then the second seed, right before the big leap, I had a 2-year exit strategy. I was like, okay, I'm going to dedicate myself to this job for 2 years. I'll pay off my debt. I'll do all these amazing things so that when I take my strategically timed big leap, everything will work out. I went in for my final employee review, and hit the glass ceiling again, just pounded my head right against it. They were giving me my former boss's, all of his duties, all of his responsibilities. They were not giving me a title. They were not giving me the pay that I felt like I deserved. And so my 2-year timeline turned into 2 weeks, and then I just left.
Wow. Yes. Yes. And then you start everything.
I
Wow.
start, and my mantra, and a lot of people, I think your audience can resonate with this. If they're in a job and they feel like they're working so hard and it's not really what they're supposed to do, but they don't know how to leave it. My mantra at the time was, if I work this hard for myself, there's no way I can fail. Like, I will figure it out. I may not have all the answers because I've never done it, but there's no way that I can fail. And the second tip for your viewers, if you take that big leap, don't burn your bridges because you may have to go crawling back. Just in casers.
You're talking to me, Deborah, because that happened to me as well. And it's exactly like that because, wow, I feel myself while you're talking, I'm like, yes, that's the way. Because that's when I realize as well, I need to move. I need to do something that will make me feel real, alive in this world. Because
yes,
I was working and no value, no appreciation, no.
Yes.
That's enough. And oh, wow. That's when we explode, right? We come out and we are tigers or lions, I don't know. But we are such in a power way that's really good. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yes, you're welcome. And it's not that it's an easy leap. I don't want people to think, oh gosh, go do that. It was so easy. Yeah. It's not. I mean, when you're an entrepreneur, you have to have resilience. You have to have unshaking faith in yourself, and you're going to ride a roller coaster. You're going to have your greatest moments, and then you're going to hit bottom, and it will build your character. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And then you created a TV channel.
So the first thing I did was I created my own TV shows first because the idea for the Well World TV network hadn't started yet. So it was a journey. Like you said the right word, it's definitely a journey. In fact, my first TV show was called The Journey into Wellbeing. So I had this vision that I would host and produce a TV show, and just like I felt in that doctor's office, my job was to educate viewers on all these amazing modalities that really did exist in the world. So I was a health explorer. I traveled and visited with like organic farms and schools of midwifery and integrative medical practices. And I went to the state parks and I met with fitness instructors and nutritionists. And so a concept for a show started to build. And the challenge with that is it's really expensive, it's really time consuming, and then getting a network, like a major TV network to actually pick up your show and broadcast it is like a shot in a million. So I felt like I had a good idea, but I was struggling with, how do I bring this to life and how do I get this in front of the world so it can actually make a difference? And so those to me were what I called like barriers. This is what would keep somebody from being able to share their message in a bigger way. So I created that TV show. I was lucky. I went to PBS, which is Public Broadcast Services here in the US, and they agreed to broadcast it. So now all of a sudden my show was reaching 8 states in the United States. I created a second show, same thing. I was reaching a small number, but it took me 3 years. And I was like, it's going to take me in my mid-90s before I have enough shows to actually make a difference in the world. So I need help. I can't do this on my own. And so the concept for a low to no barrier network started to form in my head at the end of 2018. And because I met so many amazing people like you and people that are, in an acupuncturist office or a chiropractor or an Ayurvedic doctor. Mm-hmm. And I was like, how do I get their message out? Like, I can't feature all of them in my TV show. Maybe they want to share their message differently. So that's really what prompted me to create what is now today Well World TV, because I wanted everybody who wants to share their voice in a bigger way, that has a positive, inspirational message, to be able to do that.
That's beautiful. Instead of being in someone else's channel, you created one and bring other people that you met during your journey, finding a place in other people's channels.
Yes, exactly.
That's really good. Now I'm here talking to you and I'm thinking, oh, I want to be on your channel.
Right? You need your own channel. And And like I said, it's low barrier. So there's not, there's some skin in the game for you, as a host, as a content creator. But it's very accessible to anybody. There's only 3 traits that we need for a successful host. That's that desire to up level and share their message in a bigger way. So they have to hold that desire. You can't force somebody to get out there. Just get out there and share your message. You can't force them to do that. So, and then the second is, the ability to take action. So it's one thing to think, oh, I would love to be a public speaker, or I would love to be an author, or I would love to be host my own series. But if you never take action, it's just always kind of in that vision sort of dream state. It never happens. So you have to be willing to push the record button, do the work, and start to get content going. And then the third is just a willingness to invest in yourself, because I have discovered on my own, I have invested in myself long before anybody else would believe in me and invest in me. So I have to first believe in myself, invest in myself, and then all of a sudden, some of that compensation, revenue, and feedback starts coming back.
So you still now you got the channel, but Debra, you still running a program? You still presenting in the channel, or you just bringing people?
Yeah, so I have, I just produced another TV show last year in 2019 in partnership with Linzi Martinez. So we have a new TV show called The Prime Time, and we were successful in getting that pilot funded, which is good news for your listeners. You can get your content funded. And then, my job became to create a great program with Linzi and just get that message out. So I am still hosting content, but obviously a lot of my energy is really in creating this platform so that there's a safe, healthy, and educational space for these content creators to come into and be guided to, create their content in the right way and reach the right audience.
Right. I had the opportunity already to meet a couple of ladies that they are in your channel.
Oh, okay. Yay. Yay. Which one?
I think her name, Jasmine.
Oh, Jasmine. Yeah. Jasmine Kylene in Miami.
Such a powerful girl.
Isn't she amazing? She's like 22, 24 years old, and she's so awakened and evolved and already knows exactly who she is and what she wants to do in the world. And it's like, wow,
and
if all of our 22-year-olds were like that, we would be in good shape.
Because one thing I remember from her, she loves Alicia Keys, and we were talking we had a session on podcast, and I said to her, I need to send this podcast to Alicia Keys.
Oh,
really?
Oh, that would be amazing.
The power that girl has is just wow. It's unbelievable.
Yes.
Such a pure and genuine girl, like with that. And she's so young. She's my age. And I'm like,
right. Mine too. I know.
And I had another one, but I can't remember now the name of her. But yes, I've been receiving a couple of ladies from one person.
Andrea, I think, has been sending you people to take a look at. Yeah.
Yes, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. It's been a pleasure. And I'm like, oh wow, all these women are on Well World TV. And I'm like,
yes.
I need to get myself there.
Let's talk.
Yes. So, and now we know that you have the channel. You started the Well World TV platform, which is to bring other programs or other people to bring their word to their vision to the channel where they can show to a lot of people. But what is your audience?
So right now it's interesting because I'm not doing any advertising. So the only marketing and advertising that I'm doing is through my network and through doing interviews like this. So it's interesting, like who's just kind of organically showing up. So we are definitely skewing us. Here's our audience right here. The 40 plus female, You know, she's kind of on the back end of her child rearing responsibilities. She's interested in holistic natural health. She wants to make a difference in the world. I would say if you wanted to call her something, she would be a purpose-driven female in her prime. You know, her best 15 to 20 years are ahead of her. And that, I think, is who is finding us the most interesting. And that's who my hosts are, because I'm not marketing or advertising for my host to show up, but it's that same female, that same archetype who's just, I've already done all that. I'm ready to be myself, up level, get out there and make a difference.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I love your energy, Debra. Trust me.
Thank you. You just gave me goosebumps.
It's true. It's just wow. It's good to see another powerful woman like just in front of me or with me right now. It's
Yeah.
like, I wish I can be in USA right now. Oh.
Come visit. We'll go snorkel in the ocean.
Oh. But now with COVID, you know, we are like, okay, should I stay? Should I go? So we never know. We never know. And I'm not going to think about it, actually,
Right.
what is going to happen tomorrow. But let's enjoy it today.
Exactly. There's always something to be grateful for.
Always, 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 always. And you spoke about holistic. So your channel brings a lot of holistic or therapies and meditations, all this stuff.
Yes, I would say that just because of the name Well World TV, we're definitely just naturally attracting that. But I tell people all the time, if you have a message that's educational and inspirational, you literally could be in almost any industry. So you could be an entrepreneurial business coach, or you could be a financial advisor, or you could be a real estate agent. You know, as long as your message was to educate and inspire people, your content would have a home there. But we're definitely attracting naturally, you know, Ayurvedic practitioners, chiropractors, acupuncturists, massage therapists, spiritual, you know, people that are more in that awakened sort of spiritual realm, more female than male. I'm still waiting for a few dudes to show up. We'll make room at the table, I guess.
That's good. Oh my God.
They're on their way. They're just letting us get everything kind of ship shape first.
Just looking around and like, but they will come. They're slowly.
Right.
Slowly. Thank you so much. And tell me my last question, Debra, is how can people connect with you and find more about your work?
Well, I would say if you're somebody who's feeling called to this message, or you want to connect with me directly and have a conversation about you becoming a host or creating content with Well World TV, you can go to wellworld.tv. That's our brand new website. It just launched about 2 weeks ago. So we're onboarding hosts as we speak. And my email is Debra K, DEBRAK @wellworld.tv. And I'm willing to have a 30-minute consultation with anybody who wants to learn more about the network, or, you know, possibly start creating content with us.
Right. And I also gonna drop all your details like LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and your website on the description of the podcast. So my listeners, whoever is listening now, you will be able to find out the information there and click and connect with Debra. So you're gonna be amazed about this powerful woman that is in front of me and giving all this amazing information and sharing your journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. You have a beautiful light as well. So I look forward to seeing you in a year when you can come visit.
I will. Trust me. I won't forget this amazing person that you show me that you are. I will come. I will say, hey, Debra, remember me? And I'm like, I don't know who is this, but okay, Yola.
I'll remember you.
Oh, thank you, Debra. You take care, and I'm sure we're gonna keep in touch. And I will be on your channel for sure. I know.
Awesome. Thank
I
you.
know. Take care. Bye bye. All the best. Bye bye.
Bye.